Today on the Black Economy Show, it's a story that hurts, but it also teaches us about Black business. It's about Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Black Economy with Damon K. Jones, where we break down money, power, and ownership in Black America. Real talk, real strategy, real solutions. Let's get into it.
Peace and blessings, family. This is Damon K. Jones, and welcome to the Black Economy Show. We're here to break down the money moves, the cultural battles, and the economic strategies shaping Black America. And today's show is one that really hurts, but it also teaches us about Black business. It's about the Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. If you don't know, Uncle Nearest was founded to honor Nathan Nearest Green, the first known African-American master distiller, the man who taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. For years, his contribution was erased from history. Then came Fawn Weaver and Keith Weaver, who built a company to reclaim his history. They turned it into one of the most awarded American whiskey brands in history. For Black America, it was a win. It was proof that we could take back our history, build a global brand, and compete in the industry that never wanted to see us on top. But today, the headlines tells us a different story. Uncle Nearest is in receivership. A federal judge ruled that the company defrauded on over $100 million in loans. Creditors went to court, and the founder, the very people who built the brand, have been moved from control of the company. Now, some may treat this like gossip, but here on the Black Economy Show, we deal with outcomes and lessons. This isn't just about whiskey. It's about Black business. It's about ownership. It's about what happens when we fight to build more Black businesses, but don't put the right mindset and systems in place. So let's walk through 5 lessons every Black entrepreneur must learn from the Uncle Nearest story. Lesson 1, growth requires discipline. Growth is exciting. When you see your business taking off, when investors are calling, when distributors want more product, it's tempting to say yes to everything. That's what Uncle Nearest did. Rapid expansion, global distribution, splashy marketing, and on the surface, it worked. The brand was everywhere. But here's the truth. Growth fueled by heavy debt is not strength. It's really a trap. When sales dip, when the economy shifts, or when reporting lags behind, creditors have all the leverage, brothers and sisters. That's what happened here. The lesson for us is clear. Do not confuse speed with success. Sustainable growth is stronger than fast growth. That means building at a pace you can fund, reinvesting profits instead of piling up loans, and protecting your cash flow like your life depends on it. Because in business, it does. Too many of us chase headlines instead of balance sheets. We want to look big instead of building strong. But the reality is that scaling too fast without discipline is just setting yourself up to be owned by someone else. We must learn to value sustainable growth over flashy expansion. Lesson 2, transparency protects credibility. The lawsuit against Uncle Nearest claimed that the company failed to provide financial reports and misrepresented collateral. Now, the founders deny it, but here's the point. When allegations like that hit the public, the damage is done. For Black entrepreneurs, credibility is everything. Investors already doubt us. Banks already question us. The public is already skeptical. That means we don't have the luxury of being sloppy, brothers and sisters. Transparency is not optional. It's protection. When your numbers are clean, when your reports are on time, and when your structure is tight, Nobody can use your business against you. And when something does go wrong, you have the receipts to prove your integrity. Think about it. If credibility is currency, then transparency is the mint that prints it. I'm going to say that again. If credibility is currency, then transparency is the mint that prints it. Without it, you can't survive long term. Uncle Nearest shows us that even the perception of mismanagement can shake a brand to its core. We must treat transparency as part of the brand identity, just as important as the product as well. Lesson 3, protect the mindset from the market. This one hits hardest, brothers and sisters. Uncle Nearest wasn't just a whiskey, it was history. It was culture and legacy all bottled up into a brand. It was a correction of the record, a way of honoring Nearest Green and giving his descendants their due. But because the mission was tied directly to the business, when the business faltered, the mission faltered too. That's a danger we cannot afford in Black business. If your company represents a cultural and historical mission, you need to build separate protected structures. That means a foundation, a nonprofit, or a trust that secures the mission regardless of what happens to the business. If Uncle Nearest had structured things differently, the Nearest Green Foundation would be completely insulated from what happens in court. This is a lesson for churches, nonprofits, community businesses, anyone building a cultural weight. Your mission must be untouchable, even if your company fails, because the community cannot afford to lose both the business and the legacy in the same breath. Lesson 4, guard ownership at all costs. This might be the most painful lesson. The founders of Uncle Nearest built the brand from nothing. They put their money, time, and sweat into it. They turned it into something historic. And now, by court order, they no longer control it. That's what happens when contracts give creditors the power to step in. That's what happens when ownership isn't protected at the foundation. And that is a mistake we cannot repeat. Too often, we are hungry for capital that we sign deals that look good on the front, but end up to strip us on the back end. Ownership isn't just about starting the business. Ownership is about keeping it. It's about negotiating harder, reading every line in every covenant, and saying no to deals that put the future of your company in someone else's hands. Let me be blunt, brothers and sisters. If you don't control it, you don't own it. And if you don't own it, you're just working for someone else in disguise. That's the harsh reality of business. The Uncle Nearest story proves that point. Lesson 5, community support needs systems. When the lawsuit news broke, Uncle Nearest launched the Clear the Shelves campaign, and people showed up. The community supported them. The loyalty was real. That's a beautiful thing. But here's the truth. Community support alone can't fix broken systems. No matter how much people buy your product, it won't erase bad contracts. It won't fix missing reports, and it won't protect you from the courts.
The first to speak seems right until someone comes forward and cross-examines. Proverbs 18:17. Well, my response has been filed, and I trust the truth will now get just as much attention on social media and in the press as the intentional misleadings and hit pieces. Y'all, I had hit pieces. That is kind of cool. Make sure to read the emails attached as exhibits. They're doozies. But before you go and read that, since so many eyes are on me right now, I'll take a page from Winston Churchill and Warren Buffett. Never waste a good crisis. So let me run some stats for you, then I've got a request. Uncle Nearest is the only independent whiskey brand in the top 50 and one of the few spirit brands, period, seeing double-digit growth in revenue, volume, and velocity. Over the past week or so, I've traveled the country meeting with our customers, distributors, and Uncle Nearest enthusiasts. The first stop was the DMV, where our year-over-year growth is 44%. Then I went to Ohio, where our growth is sitting at 38%. Then Texas, where we've grown 33%, 50% in July alone. And Georgia, where I just left a couple days ago, y'all are just showing out at 49% year-over-year growth. In a backdrop of industry decline and disarray, Uncle Nearest is the shining star, growing against impossible odds. And because of y'all, Nearest Green Distillery continues to see year-over-year growth in tourism revenue, possibly making us one of one in the entire industry on that front. So was the reason so many were willing to take the bait and jump to negative conclusions before waiting or even asking for the truth because of our success? Who knows? What I do know is this: Uncle Nearest is having its strongest year in the market ever, and I'm not letting anything slow us down. And this is where you can help. Make sure our distributors and our retail partners, our restaurants and bar partners, let them know that Uncle Nearest is bigger than whiskey, that we're building the next great American brand, and our supporters, the strongest this business has ever seen. How do you do that? Go clear out the shelves. Go to your local store and literally buy every bottle of Uncle Nearest and Nearest Green. And when that store restocks, do it again. Let them know any hurdles we face while building this business, we'll keep jumping over them together. Because this team and family was built for this exact moment. And no 48-hour news cycle is going to change that. In an era where people hurl arrows the moment anything negative is said about someone highly regarded, stand in the gap with the truth. You've watched us build this company from the ground up with integrity and against all odds, seeing every high and every low. You've been with us every step of the way, and Keith and I couldn't be more grateful, encouraged, and excited for where we're headed. I've got a little Uncle Nearest in my glass, and my Sabbath is about to begin, my favorite 24 hours of the week. So I'll leave you with this. Regulators, mount up. I love and appreciate y'all. Cheers.
Community support is powerful, but it's not a substitute for governance, structure, and foresight. What it can do is reinforce a business that already has its house in order. But without that, it's like pouring water onto a cracked bucket. The love is real, but it leaks anyway. The lesson here is to respect the community loyalty by making sure your systems are airtight. That way, their support translates into long-term survival, not just short-term spikes. And in closing, so where does this leave us? Uncle Nearest proves that we could build world-class brands, compete on a global stage, reclaim our history in the process, but it also proves that success without structure is fragile. We are fighting for more Black businesses. We're 15% of the population in the United States, and we only own 2% of the overall businesses. So we have to have the mindset to create businesses that have integrity and transparency. But if we don't have the mindset, the disciplines, and the systems, then all we're doing is building houses on sand. Growth requires discipline. Transparency protects credibility. Missions must be protected separately. Ownership must be guarded, and the community support must be matched with systems. This is the real fight in the Black economy. Not just to create a business, not just to celebrate when they launch, but build them so strong that they last, survive crises, and remain in Black hands for generations to come. Because the dream is not just to build a business, it's to keep it, grow it, and pass it down for generations. That is the Black economy that we're fighting for. So thank you for watching the Black Economy, brothers and sisters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone that's building a business, someone dreaming of ownership, or someone who needs to be reminded that our victories must come from discipline. Until next time, let's keep building, keep protecting, and keep sustaining the Black economy. My name is Damon Jones. I'm the publisher of Black Westchester, and thank you again. Please go to blackwestchester.com for the latest news with the Black point of view. And also, if you'd like to support our merch, please go to blackwestchestermerch.shop. And as always, stay blessed, stay safe, and always stay Blacktastic. Peace.
Black America. The new Trump tax code changes everything. Lower taxes and higher take-home pay are possible, but only if you pivot. The Black Tax Pivot breaks it down. What to keep, where to invest, and how to protect your future. Don't get left behind. Learn the code, secure the bag, rep the movement. Get your official Black Westchester merch today. Hoodies, tees, and more at blackwestchestermerch.shop. Wear your voice, make a statement. Damon K. Jones exposes the lies and challenges the gatekeepers in Black politics in his powerful book, Emotional Politics and Logical Failure. Black America needs fewer emotions and more outcomes. Our communities deserve better. On sale now, get the book or audiobook on Amazon, From the Streets of Westchester to the Heart of Hip Hop. Discover A. J. Woodson's powerful collection. Black Westchester, the origin story. We got our own thing. Hip hop from the 9, 1, 4, and Black Westchester celebrate Black women of Westchester. Available now at blackwestchester.com and on Amazon. Get your copies today. Tolerance is for Cowards by Damon K. Jones. This book is not anti-police, it's pro-community. Discover how the extended policing strategy empowers you to demand real public safety, justice, and accountability from your local police department. Because the Black community deserves good policing. On sale now on Amazon and Audible. Discover Jesus and Divine Black Masculinity by Damon K. Jones. This a bold blueprint to restore faith, manhood, and purpose in Black America. Because the Black community needs good Black men. Available now on Amazon. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Big thank you for the Super Chat support. We appreciate your help in keeping the conversation and independent Black media strong. Black Westchester, it's the news with the Black point of view. It's Blacktastic. The insights shared on the Black economy with Damon K. Jones are for informational purposes only and should not be taken as financial, investment, or legal advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making business, financial, or investment decisions. Thank you. Thanks for watching The Black Economy. We appreciate your support as we continue to bring you strategies, insights, and real talk on business, investing, and management. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep building wealth, leadership, and ownership, as well as economic power for Black America.